Or is this full-time MMA now?
I love full-time MMA right now.
Full-time MMA?
MMA,
Nothing
yeah.
else?
My life, man, yeah.
Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
And it is time for Betting on the Fights with Fake Money episode 33, where we get rich or have fun trying. And full-time family, it looks like we might have a future in betting on the fights in real life, not with fake money. Now, of course, we're going to have to get some fake money and find a way to move to Las Vegas. But hey, we got a future, because if you're new to this, we started off with $500, keeping track of $500 on essentially on a piece of paper, you know. But since we have a computer, we're doing it with this software, you know, like Microsoft Word pretty much. But it's the same thing. We started off with $500 and we looked at the odds online at the very first week, and we just, you know, we budgeted out that $500 as if that's what we had to try and come up with, like betting on the fights. And we've turned that $500, you know, this week we had $4,600 to start off with. We did very well at UFC 225 because now we are at about $6,000. We didn't win on all of our bets for UFC 225, but we won on our big bet, Colby Covington, and we put $2,000 there. So with that being said, man, we cracked $5,000. Actually, it's even better. And what that means is, since we started off with $500 and now we're at like $5,000, that's 10 times what we started off with. You know what I'm saying? If we would have started off with $5,000, we'd be over 50,000 right now. So of course, you know, this is fake money, and so. But I'm still not doing anything crazy with it. I know some people, if they were just betting with fake money, they would go all in every week probably, you know, and stuff like that. But I've actually been budgeting out and, you know, using it as if it were real money. And I haven't been just treating it like a free roll, you know, like, oh, it's okay if I lose all the money. I've actually been trying to be smart with this money and only betting on the fights I'm confident in. Now, of course, I'm getting more experience in this, and I've never actually bet in real life, like Las Vegas type betting, so I've still got stuff to learn. But this is pretty much just on principle what we've been doing, man. We've been going for about 33 weeks or longer now. It's took us that long to turn this $500 into $5,000. It's not overnight. It definitely has been taking time, but still, that's a, you know, that's still a good return. You know, turning 500 to 5,000, that's a pretty good deal. So maybe we have a future in this. We still got a lot to learn as I've been looking into this lately. You know, how to actually bet in real life, and I might have did one or two things wrong here, but you know, the bets, the picks, the predictions, the amount of money I've been betting, all of that has still got us to where we are now. So who knows where this is gonna go? Maybe it'll fucking, you know, turn into real life and we can turn this into some like crazy book or something in the future. Wouldn't that be crazy, family? But with that being said, man, let's get into episode 33 where we crack over $5,000, man. These were last week's bets. We placed $550 on Mike Santiago, who was a slight underdog. That didn't work out. But we put $250 on Charles Oliveira, $250 on Sergio Pettis, and $500 on Curtis Blades. So, that's not the only fights we bet on. We also bet on the main card. This was the prelims. We also went to the main card and put $500 on CM Punk. Slap yourself. But he was fighting, you know, and did another, you know, not too experienced fighter, to be fair. And he's had a lot of time to train, so you would have thought he would look better than he did. But that's why we didn't go crazy on the bet. You know what I'm saying? We weren't super confident. If I was super confident in the bet, then I would have probably put as much as I did on the Colby Covington fight, because as far as the Colby Covington fight, I was about 90% confident on that fight that he was going to get the job done. I had a really good feeling about Colby Covington's ability to win that fight. So with that being said, I bet pretty high on that fight. But of course, I also put 500 on Megan Anderson. That didn't go Megan Anderson's way. Her grappling was somewhat exposed by the former bantamweight champion Holly Holm, but I wasn't as confident in that fight either, so I didn't bet a lot. And Colby Covington actually had pretty good odds. You know, he was a slight underdog. It was actually dead even for Colby Covington. So with that being said, we'll go off to the payoffs of this week. As far as the prelims, these are the results. We didn't win anything on the Mike Santiago fight, so that 550 we bet there, we don't get anything back. We just lose that 500. But we do have a win in Oliveira. We get 411 back there off the 250 we bet, because he was a slight favorite actually. So that's how much we get back. And if you're wondering how we get these odds, there are these numbers, these results. There's a betting odds calculator that you can just Google and you can find, and you put in the odds and you put in how much you're betting, and that will give you these results. So $411 you can see there from Charles Oliveira with some change. Sergio Pettis was actually a pretty big underdog in the fight, and I picked him to win that fight with 250, so we were able to actually come up on that fight. We turned 250 into 762, so that was some profit there to help up make up for that little bit of money we lost on the Mike Santiago fight. And then also we won our last bet on the prelims, which was a Curtis Blades fight. And in that fight, Curtis Blades was, I believe, yeah, he was a little bit of a favorite. So we bet 500 and we won back 785. So we profited about 285 on that bet, but it still came back and we looked pretty good there. So with that being said, we had $56 left if we would have lost every single bet, prelims and main card. But that wasn't the case here. So we add up what we won here on the prelims. That's a total of about 19, well, not about, it's exactly $1,959.50. Add that to what we had left over, we got $2,015 with some change left. Now, of course, we still had the main card we bet on, and we lost 500 on CM Punk, and we lost 500 on Megan Anderson, but we profited $2,000 plus the $2,000 we bet. So we get back our $2,000 we bet plus the $2,000 profit. That's $4,000 won on Colby Covington. Add that to the $2,015 we had left, and we are now at $6,015.79. Who would have thunk it? Colby Covington is the one that broke us above $5,000. Well, I guess you can just say UFC 225. We don't want to give too much credit to Colby Covington, but holy smokes, full-time family, now we are rocking. We started with 500. We are at 6,000. Could you imagine if we started with 5,000? We would be at like 50,000. If we started with this with $50,000, like if we were some rich person and we just wanted to start gambling on the fights, and we had like a, okay, that's probably unreasonable. We'll say $5,000. That's way more realistic. Yeah, if we started off with $5,000, man, just a little bankroll, live in Las Vegas, move to Vegas, we got $5,000 for the fights to make a living, we would be at about 50,000 right now. Holy shit, family. That's crazy. This is something I'm about to start actually looking into as, and I know gambling is not, it sounds stupid as a career, right? There's nothing you can just straight rely on, but I feel like if I bet safe, you know, doing what I've been doing on this series right here, man, we could have a serious future in this fight, you know, betting on the fights. So, and just hear me out. Imagine this. Just walk with me. What if we took this full-time fake money bankroll and then we started doing this in real life and we actually had success and we turned into a successful sports gambler? Right now I only do it on MMA because I don't, maybe it would have to be, maybe not, I don't pay attention to any other sports as much. So what I'm saying is, what if we took it off from this full-time fake money bankroll, started actually making a living betting on the fights, and then wrote a fucking book detailing the story? You guys were a part of it before anybody else would be, but do you guys see the fucking light at the end of the tunnel? Hear me out. Holy smokes, full-time family. We gotta find a way to get some sponsors or something, or like we could like vlog the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like we could vlog the whole thing. Fucking moving to like Vegas, starting off with a certain amount, We started off with fake money. We were broke. We just wrote down $500. We didn't even have $1, but we had $1 in a dream essentially. We had fake money in a dream. We started off on a fucking notepad. We started this YouTube channel. We fucking took it from the notepad to the YouTube, still using fake money. We were able to start with $500 fake money, turn that into 5,000 or however far this goes, you know what I'm saying, until we actually do it real life. We were able to turn it from the fake money bankroll series to real life, and then we write a fucking book detailing this whole joint. That'd be crazy shit. All I'm saying is fuck with your boy. But with that being said, it is time to get into this week's bets. UFC Singapore, Leon Edwards versus Donald Cerrone, and this is where we cut it off on YouTube. And if you are interested in seeing where we place our bets for this week, the betting advice for this week essentially, check me out on patreon.com/fulltimemma. Or you can wait until next week when we post the result video and you see how much we won. But if you're interested to see where I'm placing my bets for this week, like let's say you live in Las Vegas and you like also want to make these same bets, you can check me out on patreon.com/fulltimemma, or if you you can check it out over there, or you can just wait till next week, as I said. But either way, man, this is super dope. Let's continue to Leon Edwards versus Cowboy Cerrone. And as always, thanks for checking out this video. If you're new, or if you're just slip or slacking on your pimping, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. And if you want to help support this independent channel, you can either click the PayPal button in the description, or you can go to patreon.com/fulltimemma and consider becoming a patron. I'm out.
This is #1 bullshit.